$65,000. Derek, just clean up the bank, get ready for a bank account. Just go.
I was going to say,
enjoy
you're going to have to wipe out your bank account just to go to a game. Man,
I was going to say, look, I know New York has not been in the finals since 1999, hasn't won a championship since 1970. I guess everyone wants to be a part of it.
Hey, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be an exciting matchup, to say the least. I'm looking forward to it myself, Travers. But here across southeast Louisiana, looking at some wet conditions. It's set to move into the area as we go into the weekend. Pontchartrain Conservancy camera there behind me showing mix of clouds and sun, so everything looking pretty dry right now. But WDSU first warning Doppler weather radar picking up on some scattered rain showers out there across some parts of the area. Let's go down towards the bayou. That's where we're seeing some of those scattered rain downpours moving their way across parts of the bayou. And as we move the map a little bit further closer towards the causeway, there's Lake Pontchartrain looking at some showers again, moving its way towards the west and across parts of the North Shore into South Mississippi. Also looking at some scattered rain showers moving their way towards the west. So on the big picture, this is what we have going on. We're still watching this area of high pressure position to the north. There's that disturbance there in the Gulf. So southeast Louisiana is kind of caught in between these two features right now, and that's why we're dealing with the breezy weather conditions here, allowing that coastal flood concern to continue, which we'll touch on shortly. But there's a closer look at that disturbance. You see the moisture being pulled into southeast Louisiana. We're not expecting this system to develop, though, still, because there's still a lot of dry air that the system is battling. And on top of that, it's being sheared quite a bit. Very strong upper level winds diving into the system right now, and that is not going to allow it to organize into anything significant. So as we go into the weekend, deep tropical moisture from that disturbance will continue to be pulled into southeast Louisiana and South Mississippi, and that's why our rain chances are expected to go up pretty significantly as we go into the next few days. But notice they decline Monday and Tuesday, and that's because once the moisture begins to exit the area, that's when some drier weather will begin to move in. But you see by 3 o'clock in the day today, scattered showers and thunder showers likely going to continue as we go into the early evening hours. And then by 11 o'clock tonight, we start to see more of a break, although cloudy skies, a spotty shower or thunderstorm is still a possibility. We could say the same as we go into overnight tonight and also into early tomorrow morning, although by 6 o'clock tomorrow, maybe just a cloudy sky as we wake up to, maybe a shower or thunderstorm or two. And then by 10 o'clock, more showers and some storms begin to fire up down towards the bayou by late morning. And by 1 o'clock in the day tomorrow, more wet weather conditions for much of southeast Louisiana and South Mississippi. Here's 5 o'clock in the day, and we start to see yet another bit of a break, although a couple of isolated showers are still a possibility. And then by 10 o'clock tomorrow night, we do see more of a widespread break in the activity, but a couple of showers, maybe a storm or two is still a possibility, otherwise cloudy weather conditions. And you see that level 1 marginal risk of flash flooding for much of southeast Louisiana and South Mississippi today. That coverage begins to include all of southeast Louisiana and South Mississippi for tomorrow and again on Sunday, and that's why we're going with the WDSU first warning weather impact days, because of the threat, even though it's marginal, of seeing some flash flooding in some spots. 1 to 2 inches of rain, maybe some locally higher totals are a possibility, but other than the rain and moisture, it's still pretty windy out there. 10 to 20 mile per hour winds coming right off the water, and because of the onshore wind, coastal flood advisories continue until 10 o'clock tonight. So watch out for some minor flooding in those highlight locations. As far as the tropics go, no development expected over the next 7 days, just the way we like it. However, we here at First Warning Weather are watching a possible disturbance that could begin to develop across Central America, and whatever comes out of this, a low pressure system may begin to try to develop later next week and maybe find itself into the Gulf. Too early to give specifics on that, but just something that we're just watching right now. And that's a look at your WDSU First Warning 7-day forecast.